Alright, let's call this How Creepy Is It to Listen to a 42-year-old Talk About Young Vaginas? Although that's too long of a title, but it could be the title of this one. I was watching some of my older videos and they were terrible. I'm sure this one's going to be terrible as well, but in the older videos there were like segments and little bits and pieces here and there that were potentially really funny. In one of them I was trying to make an analogy of how all I do is jerk off and go to bed, and so I'm basically conditioning myself to have a fast orgasm, which is no good, because if you ever do have actual sex with a real live human being, your body is now completely unprepared for it. You're unconsciously thinking like, oh, let me get this over with so I can take a nap. It's not really a good way to get a second date. So that's not good. It's kind of funny though. And then there's also my old analogy of how the reason why I can't just wait for the right person to have sex with. You can't just be this like hopeless romantic type who just waits around as a single person, waits around for the right person who you think you got some potential with, some sort of a future with, some chemistry. No, you have to have real sex in your life. It's good for the immune system. It's good for the ego. It's bad for certain other things, because when you're talking about some of the girls that I have access to, there's a lot of dangers there. A lot of very real and present dangers. But you wear protection. You clean the sheets in hot water and bleach. There's ways around it. So you gotta have sex every now and then. And my analogy is, otherwise you're basically like I look at myself like a fire chief in a small town. We got like one firehouse. Very rarely do we ever get called upon to go do anything. There hasn't been a fire in a while, maybe. So, but you can't just hang out in the fucking firehouse watching TV, eating fucking donuts. You can't just do that. You gotta stay sharp. You gotta stay in your game. What if there is a big 5-alarm fire and you gotta spring into action? So every now and then you gotta have a fire drill. You gotta get the guys together, go through the motions, ring the bell, ding, 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 slide down the fucking pole, jump in the trucks, drive them down to the fucking, parking lot next to the baseball field, get the fucking hose out, uncoil it. Well, in the analogy, maybe that's not fair, because I'm not really uncoiling anything during my fire drills. But make sure you aim that pea shooter in the right direction and just let it squirt, 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 squirt. You got to do it every now and then. It doesn't matter who or what whatever it is. Single moms, naive 22-year-olds who aren't that attractive. Maybe they're chubby. They see their other friends going out partying, hoeing it up. Sophomore year at Temple, woohoo! And they're just like left, like, how come none of the 24-year-old guys want to fuck me? It's all right, baby. It's all right. Daddy will fuck you. Yeah, there's the creep factor. There's the creepiness, the aforementioned creepiness. I promise. There it is. This guy. But you got to do it, And to me, I'd rather do the 22-year-old chubby girl, because the single moms, you're offering them false hope no matter what you do. You could tell them whatever you want to tell them. Be upfront, be honest, be like, hey, listen, this is just a mature, sophisticated thing, mutually beneficial. Maybe we end up being friends with benefits, no big deal. But no. With the single moms, that's not going to work. And I don't want to be sexist here, but, I am. So it's hard for me not to be. But, women, they got a lot of hormones. I don't mean to be like Mikey in Sopranos, like, go take a Midol. Oh, hey, I don't want to be like Andrew Dice Clay circa 93. But I don't know if this isn't true. I'm not 100% sure that this isn't true. So you can say it's sexist, but there's a fine line between something with an ist on the end of it and actual reality. You know what I mean? Fine line there. And all I'm saying is women are very hormonal, okay? very passionate, very emotional. They wear their heart on their sleeve a lot of times, very dramatic at times. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of benefits to that. These are the people we look to for our moral compass. These are the people who take care of our children. Again, a little bit sexist. But, they bring a different set of things to the table, I mean, we're different genders. We are opposite sexes. We are naturally predisposed to different skill sets. And that's not to say, like, there's an exception to every rule. We have very effeminate men, and we have very masculine women. Right? But, there's separate camps here. So, I hate to have to preface what I'm going to say with such a long diatribe about how I'm not sexist when I'm just going to go ahead and give you something sexist. But they're very hormonal, so their brains aren't really good at things like they're not good at being rational. They're not very logical. They're very bad at deductive reasoning. They have a hard time keeping their brain activity on the straight and narrow to really cut to the heart of a problem. They're more like all over the map. And they might get there. They might get there. They might get to where they're trying to go. Mentally speaking, so they're not inferior, is what I'm saying. I don't even know why I brought this up. See, now I've just dug myself a hole. They're also not very good at digging holes, literally, but figuratively, they can just dig themselves a hole. And you're just like, listen, baby, get up. Let's fix the problem. No, that fucking bitch hates me. I don't care. I'm not going back to work. Like, you got. But I digress. What the fuck was I talking about? Holy shit. Yeah. Oh my God. Right, the single moms. Why I prefer the 22-year-old chubby girl. Because she's going to bounce back. She's going to bounce back. Those younger women, lots of trials and tribulations. They're going to find their way. Tough love is not a bad thing to them. But you don't want to do that to the single mom. Like, she's been through a lot. She's 33. She's losing a lot of her lubrication. She's losing a lot of things rapidly, and it's just a lot. It's a lot to take in. She's got a kid to take care of. You want to just give them everything they need and then some. That's an adorable little baby that you want to, So, yeah, but the 22-year-old, it's okay. I mean, I'm honest. I'm open and honest and upfront about everything. I'm not selling them no bait and switch here. I mean, I'm like, hey, do you want to have sex? It's going to be good. I make sure I take care of them. I give them an orgasm. I give them something that they can't find in the open market. I'm selling a good product. I stand behind my little product. So I go for that, and that's working for now. Not going to work forever, and that brings me to the vagina, the magical, mystical vagina. It's really unbelievable. God, I hope this is recording, because if I'm attached to Bluetooth here, and if this has been going to the Bluetooth speaker, and this audio. If this audio isn't recording, forget about it, because this is gold. All right, maybe it's silver, maybe bronze, maybe it's aluminum, but it is something. So about the vagina, the magical, mystical vagina, the thing that fuels society, it helps us form which direction we go in. Like a blind man driving a car, like Stevie Wonder barreling down the highway in a Monte Carlo, like the vagina. It's not in control of where and what, but basically what I'm saying is if the girls were attracted to the chess club kids and the mathletes, America would be a much different place. But in high school, they go for the dumb jocks and the cool guys and the bad boys and the Pierce, whatever. And I'm just saying it takes a toll. So, the quality of our daughters, you can connect the dots to the quality of our society. Raise your daughters right, and America will be okay. If not, Trump's president, and we're all going to hell in a handbasket. Little Donald. If little Donald didn't get his way, America would be in better shape right now. But no, nobody said stop. You're doing things wrong. Nobody told him to stop, because money, all right. So the vagina. Now, people make fun of me. Like they tell me I'm a creep. I'm gross. Wow, you're 42. You're fucking a 22-year-old, a 20-year-old. I can't. if it's not creepy to her, and then I'm just gonna go with it. She makes the rules, not me. Again, it's the women. The women are the gatekeepers of the vagina. They decide if we get to go in or not. They're the ones that say go, stop, yellow, red, and everything I do is completely consensual, and I don't even trick anyone. I tell them exactly what's up, and if they say yes, then who are you to tell me that that's wrong to do that? Not to mention the logistics of the thing. The logistics are, have you seen a 20-year-old vagina? It's just dripping. It's like a fucking piece of fruit just hanging off a branch, just like you just want to take it. You don't even want to wash it. You just want to go dripping. Juice, peach juice, just dripping down your chin, all on my beard. It's amazing. It's beautiful. You just it glistens. It glistens. The thing is just, and you just oh my God, Jesus Christ, you're in the Garden of Eden. Single mom, 36. That vagina is different. It's been through some stuff, seen some stuff. It's not really juicy anymore. It's a little bit rotten, a little bit rancid. Got some meat curtains in there, like a dry roast beef sandwich. No mayonnaise, maybe sometimes mayonnaise. Let's be honest. And that's gross. That's gross. You don't want mayonnaise. You just want some oil. You just want a little olive oil on there. A little olive oil. Want that. You want the olive oil dripping down. You don't want some white creamy stuff that you got to send off to a lab and wait for the pathology report to come back. Like, that's not what you want. We're not looking for that. But a lot of guys, they don't know this because it's gradual. It's like getting older. You don't notice that all of a sudden you're putting both feet on every step when you go up the stairs, You don't remember that when you were 12 and 15 and even 20, you were running up the stairs. There were steps that weren't even touching your feet. You were like 3 at a time. Now you're holding on to the railing. I'm 42, I'm doing this already. Same fucking thing. We don't realize that the quality of vagina that we're inserting our penis into has dipped dramatically. It's just because it's gradual, Because especially if we're in some monogamous relationship and the woman we're with is getting older gradually along with us, and just all of a sudden she starts. Now I'm with it, and now I'm like spitting on my hands, slapping a bunch of saliva is not lubrication. That's not the way God intended it. You know what I mean? That's like taking a rotten banana and trying to peel it, and then no. You would never do that. You would never do that if you actually had the right bananas. Now, I don't even like the banana analogy here because that's too cylindrical, and I feel like maybe I just said some stuff I shouldn't have. But back to the peach. The peach, we always talk about the peach as the vagina. You want the peach that's just juicy, and you don't want to have to fucking cut it up and cut off some of the rotten parts and oh, this is salvageable. Here's a little piece next to the fucking pit here. This looks, nope, no, that wasn't good. That was not good. So, yeah, I'm a creep. I'm ridiculous. How dare I want to eat peaches that are ripe and ready to be consumed? How dare I?